Hello everyone, True here, back with another video. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day. And before we get into this video, please remember to like and subscribe. We're getting to 50 subscribers, and once we do get to 50 subscribers, we do have a giveaway. So please remember to subscribe to the True TCG, and while you're at it, please remember to hit the like button. Really helps out this channel. And let's get into today's deck. So today's deck, I'm pretty sure anyone who is watching this video has heard about it. It's the Unown HAND Deck. This Unown specifically has the ability Hand. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, and if you have 35 or more cards in your hand, you may use this ability. If you do, you win the game. So the idea behind this deck, as you can probably imagine, is to get 35 cards into your hand and use the hand ability to win the game. Now, how do we get to 35 cards? That's a lot of cards. That's more than half your deck. We use Salazzle's Roast Reveal. Once during your turn, you may discard a Fire Energy card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. So basically here, ideally, we have 3 Salazzles on board, and we can draw 9 cards every turn, and very quickly reach that 35 mark. But how do we deal with Marnies? How do we deal with Reset Stamp? All of these funky cards that disrupt your hand in the format. Well, we utilize Psyduck's Headache attack. For 1 colorless energy, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent can't play any trainer cards from your hand during their next turn. Because this is a coin flip, we utilize Will, meaning we can choose that we get heads from Headache and that we can guarantee our opponent is trainer locked for their turn. So basically, our opponent can't Marnie us, stamp us, or anything like that, and we just draw a bunch of cards using Roast Reveal and win the game, basically. We play this Salandit from Dragon Majesty, specifically to use Call for Family, to search our deck for a basic Pokemon and to put it onto our bench if this is ever in the active. And we play one of Psychic of Psychic Salandit in case we ever need to utilize it with Professor Oak's setup. And we also play 4 of Elms as well with 4 of Oak's setup, because it is extremely important to get our Salandits onto our bench as soon as possible. We play 1 of Ditto because, again, with Oak's setup, not only does this act as another Salandit, but it also allows us to get this Salandit, and this Ditto onto our bench, which is basically like 3 Salandits. We play 1 of Mew to protect against Pikarom, and we play 2 of Oricorio because Oricorio is extremely important. Sometimes you find yourself without any Fire Energy, and you need to get Fire Energy, and in case they've knocked out a Pokemon on their turn, we can use Oricorio's Dance of Tribute, and most likely we'll draw into 1 of our 11 Fire Energy. In order to recover our Salazzles into our hand, we play 4 of Scoop Up Net in order to get that +1 profit into our hand, and we play 1 of Fisherman to recover a bunch of Fire Energy from our discard pile into our hand, and we play Heat Factory to draw a bunch of more cards. And yeah, that's basically the deck. That's all I have to say for it, and let's get into some games. Alright, so hopping into our first game with the Unown Hand Deck against Coco Valaf. Good luck to him or her, and let's just get into this game. So we do lose the coin flip, so I would not be surprised if our opponent is going first, which is definitely what we want for this deck. Oh no, we are going first. That's a little unfortunate, and with this starting hand, I'm pretty sure you can see why it is really unfortunate that we're going first. It sort of sets us back a turn because we definitely want to get turn 1 Oak's setup and Professor Elms, and let's see what our opponent is playing. Definitely looks like ADP Coco with greens, but 5 mulligans, that's going to help us out a lot, that's for sure. So that's really good for us, and we don't draw into the greatest cards, of course, but we can definitely bench the Psyduck. I think we can attach the Fire here, retreat, and just go into the Psyduck. That definitely feels like the play. So I'm just going to retreat into the Psyduck and pass over to our opponent. Let's see what they have going for them. Definitely a pretty slow deck that our opponent is playing. We do have to watch out for the Bird Trio's no, they're not playing Birtrios, they're playing ADP Zacian. No, they're not playing, I meant ADP Coco, because we saw the electric energy, so we don't have to worry about the Oricorio-GX that I was concerned about for some reason. There's the fire energy, so it could still be Oricorio, but I was thinking Coco V. So let's just see what our opponent has going for them. We could actually be in trouble if we're gonna be in trouble next turn if they manage to pull off the GX attack, for sure. So we definitely have to watch out for that. So we're gonna evolve into Salazzle, and we're going to Roast Reveal, get rid of a fire energy, draw some cards. There's another Psyduck that doesn't really do much. So here I'm just gonna Oak setup, get out some more Salandits. Just gonna take another Psyduck here, feels fine, and we're gonna attach a fire energy and just headache and hope it hits heads. Let's see what happens. And it does hit tails, unfortunately. So our opponent definitely has already had an Alter Creation on board already. This is going to give us some problems because this puts a lot of pressure on us and requires us to get to where we need to be faster, the 35 card hands. We have 1/2 less turns to work with, basically, which is a little unfortunate. Here they just retreat into the ADP. If they decide to attack using Ultimate Ray, that's definitely a misplay on their part, but I feel like they're just going to Alter Creation GX. There's a quick ball from our opponent, getting rid of a Malonana, and it is the Bird Trio. So we do have to be worried about Sky Legends GX. For sure there's a Coach Trainer. Let's just hope they don't have an energy. No, there's the attachment from our opponent. So will they just decide to Ultimate Ray. It looks like they're going to try to build up to Sky Legends GX. So they need 4 energy on this Moltres and Zapdos and Articuno. It's definitely going to be super bad for us if they do manage to get it. So ideally here we want to get out, we need to get out Mew this turn. So we don't have to worry about getting bodied by that GX attack. So here we can definitely bench Oricorio, draw some cards using Dance of Tribute. Yeah, I definitely think it was a misplay from our opponent not to use their GX attack. It definitely would have been better in my opinion, but it's definitely fine with me at this current moment. So let's see what we draw here. We don't even draw into a Mew, which is super unfortunate. So here, I think we just have to Lecture, get out Mew. There's the Mew, and just thin out the deck even more. And we definitely want to start drawing into our Salazzles as soon as possible. So let's just attach and use Headache. Let's see if we hit heads. And we do hit heads, so that's definitely a good start for us. Our opponent is probably just going to GX attack, or if they really want to, they can Ultimate Ray me again, which is perfectly fine with me. I personally would probably Ultimate Ray because they already swung, and if they decide to GX attack, it's not going to really add up because they still need to take 6 prizes, and they would go down to 3 once they knock this out. They would go down to 1 once they knock this out, and the math stays the same. So there's the Ultimate Ray from our opponent, as expected. They're going to attach the energy somewhere. Yeah, our opponent just giving us a lot more turns to work with. So let's see what we draw here. Let's Dance of Tribute first. See what we draw. And let's Roast Reveal. We're not seeing any more Salazzles for some reason. It's a little unfortunate. Yeah, no more Salazzles. So we're definitely being slowed down here for sure. So we're going to attach the Psyduck, Scoop Up Net the Mew, bring up the Psyduck. We have to bench Mew again. A little unfortunate, of course, but it's going to have to be that. And we're going to Will, and we're going to use Headache again and make it that our opponent cannot play a Stamp or anything along the lines of that. So let's see what our opponent can do this turn. They'll probably GX. I would not be surprised to see the GX attack from our opponent. for sure. So let's see what our opponent opts to do. They're taking their time. This definitely looks like an older deck, and there's the ultimate creation from our opponent as expected. So here, that definitely puts the pressure on us. So we definitely need to get to that 35 card mark as soon as possible. There's a communication. So let's just get that other Salazzle that we desperately need. Okay, so we actually prized 2, which is a little unfortunate, but we can work around that at this current moment in time. So let's see what we get here. Not a whole lot to work with, that's for sure. Let's will. Yeah, we need to will and just attack, basically. Let's just use headache. And let's just hope that we have game next turn, because we have to have game, otherwise we just lose. So let's see what happens. Our opponent is just going to attack using ADP, of course, and we definitely need to get to that 35 card mark. I don't know if it's possible or not, but we can draw our entire deck here. So we're gonna promote Salazzle for sure, and Scoop Up Net this into our hand, and just let's see if we can get game this turn or not. So here we're going to Roast Reveal, we're going to Dance of Tribute. We can Roast Reveal again, get rid of this Fire Energy, and let's just see if we have it. I'm not sure if we do or not. I can't really I'm not really into counting all of these cards right now. So here I'm gonna Fire Crystal, bring back this, and I guess it is worth it to Ordinary. Is it worth it to Ordinary Rod? No, I don't think it is, because if we play Ordinary Rod, we shuffle back in cards. We can shuffle back in 3, and then we have to play Heat Factory, get rid of a Fire Energy. But I guess it could be worth it since we just recover it with Fire Crystal. Let me think. So we play Ordinary Rod, shuffle back in 3. So technically I think we are gaining 1 because we get full value from the Fire Crystal, as we only have 5 in the discard pile. But no, we shuffle back in another Fire Energy, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna leave that in the discard pile for sure. We can Fire Crystal again, put back in 3 more Fire Energy into our hand. We can Fire Crystal again. Yeah, just Fire Crystal again, putting back in even more energy. Thinking if I want an Ordinary Rod, Heat Factory, and then Fisherman, but I don't even think that's worth it. Yeah, we don't have any Fire Energy in the discard pile, so that would not be worth it at all. So let's just bench the Unown hand and see if we have it. We can Scoop Up Net this Salazzle, promote this Salazzle, Scoop Up Net this Salazzle. Let's see if we have 35 cards in our hand. If we don't, we lose. And there we go. We do have the victory with the hand ability, and that's going to be game 1 against ADP Bird Trio, and I'll catch you guys in the second game. Alright, so hopping into our next game against Brandon2594. Good luck to him or her, and we definitely want to be going second, so we're gonna let our opponent go first. And this hand is looking okay, to say the very least. We do have the Psyduck start, but we have no way, and we have the Salandit and the Salazzle in hand, but we don't have any way to search out our remaining Salandit, so we are definitely hoping to top deck one of the 8 search options we have in the deck. Yeah, so here our opponent starts with an Acrobike, discarding a Mallow and Lana. I don't know what our opponent's playing, and it looks like it is going to be the Rainbow Mewtwo deck. So yeah, let's just see what our opponent has going for their first turn. We're hoping they don't have an attachment for that Altered Creation GX. There's the attachment, however. They get rid of an Ordinary Rod. You don't usually see that in Rainbow Mewtwo decks for sure. And there's an Oak setup for the top deck. That's really good, not gonna lie. So here we're gonna get out this Salandit, and probably just another Psyduck in case they decide to knock out this Psyduck. So I'm gonna get these out onto the bench. I'm gonna bench this Salandit, and I actually can attach this Fire Energy if I really wanted to. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use Headache because we do have Fire Crystal, so if they do knock us out, we can just use Fire Crystal to recover it and use Roast Reveal. So, and if they don't decide to knock us out, we can just retreat and use Fire Crystal. So yeah, I'm just gonna use Headache, try to flip heads here, and it is tails, unfortunately. So our opponent can Marnie us. They can pull off the ultimate, the Altered Creation GX. There's the Rainbow Energy from our opponent. Would not be surprised to see a Detonate, but there's some Marnie from our opponent. Okay, our hand was alright at best. Let's see what we get here. And here we see a lot of Salazzles, but no Fire Energy, unfortunately. So let's see. Our opponent can't knock us out using Revenge, which is pretty good. So let's see if our opponent manages to get off that ultimate creation. And no, there's just a Revenge from our opponent. So we are still doing fine, but we still don't have any Fire Energy, unfortunately. So here we can evolve into the 2 Salazzles, but we don't have anything else going for us, so we just have to use Headache. And we do flip heads here, so that's a pretty good start from us. But we desperately need to get some Fire Energy, for sure. So we even have Heat Factory in hand, but we don't have any Fire Energy. So here they attach to this Mewtwo. And they're gonna 100 blows impact us, knock us out. We have them Trainer Lock. We have everything we need. The one thing we're missing is the Fire Energy, and this has happened to me before while playing this deck. There's a Fire Energy top deck. That's pretty good. So going to Roast Reveal this away, draw some cards. There's is an Selecture that's not going to do a whole lot. We're going to Roast Reveal again, draw some more cards. That's not what we're looking for. So here I'm actually going to Oak's Lecture, get out Oricorio and Psyduck, and meanwhile check the prizes at the same time. We priced 1 Scoop Up Net. We have all 4 crystals. We priced our 1 Recycle Energy, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine to say the very least. So here I'm just gonna get these cards and use Dance of Tribute, draw even more cards. There are some Fire Energy. We can play down Heat Factory, draw even more cards using the Heat Factory, and we can Pokemon Communication, put back Mew into the deck, get out another Salazzle, and draw even more cards using Roast Reveal. Do I even want to Roast Reveal again? I guess so, because do I want to? What are the chances we hit? Our chances are pretty high on hitting another Fire Energy, so I will just Roast Reveal here, draw some more cards, and there's the Fire Energy, but no way to recover any Fire Energy, which is sort of bad, but it's fine for now. So let's Headache. Let's see if we hit heads, but we do hit tails, so our opponent can Marnie us again and put us back down to a 4-card hand. There's a Boss's Orders, however, on our Oricorio. That's fine with me. This is the reason we do play 2 Oricorio, but I'm not sure if the other Oricorio is in deck or not. So let's just see what happens. So this means they're not playing Marnie this turn, which is pretty good for us. They do have the Sunsteel Strike for the knockout, but at the same time, that is getting rid of all the energy from their active, so they need to get something else. There's an Eldegoss that can get them back. What do you call it? I can get them back the Marnie, but they're not going to be able to play Marnie for a while. Yeah, super unfortunate we were unable to hit heads on that Headache, but we had to get out Oricorio because we didn't have Will in hand. So let's see what our opponent decides to do here. They have the Eldegoss. They can get back Marnie. And there's the Miraculous Duo GX from our opponent, going to heal all the damage from this Mewtwo. I don't see why they just didn't use Acme of Heroism. In my opinion, that would have been the better attack because we're not knocking them out anyways. But it's fine with me, to say the very least. So here we're going to Communication away the Salandit into the deck. And our other Oricorio is prized, unfortunately. That is super unfortunate, meaning we can no longer draw any more cards because we have no Fire Energy in this hand. So here I'm just gonna Will and Headache and just hope we top deck a Fire Energy. Basically just sets back an entire turn, which is super unfortunate. I don't know if we can win anymore, so let's see what our opponent decides to do. Yeah, super unfortunate. Our Oricorio is prized in here. They just attack. If we don't top deck a Fire Energy, we're probably just gonna lose this one. That's a problem with this deck for sure. But there's a Fire Energy. That gives me some hope. So let's Roast Reveal, get rid of it, draw some more cards. We need some more Fire Energy. There is that Ordinary Rod that we need. But no more Fire Energy to work with. So we can Ordinary Rod back, shuffle back in 2 Pokemon, get back the Oricorio and a Psyduck, and we can Oak Setup. Yeah, we have to Oak Setup. Put Oricorio onto the bench, and probably just, we don't even need the Psyduck. We can just put Oricorio onto the bench, draw some cards. We desperately need to hit Fire Energy here, and there's a Crystal that gets us a bunch of Fire Energy to work with. But the unfortunate thing is if we don't hit heads on this Headache, we do just lose the game, because they will money us with the Eldegoss they have in hand. So we desperately need to hit heads here. We can draw a lot of cards here for sure. That's a good thing, but we need to desperately hit heads. So let's attach the Psyduck and let's see if we hit heads or not. If we hit tails, we just lose the game. And it is heads. We are still in this game. For some reason, it didn't have the effect that showed us damaging their hand, but we're still in this game. Our opponent can't play any trainer cards. They grab a Marnie, but that's not gonna do it. So I think we have game here, potentially. Definitely a comeback in my opinion. Not drawing any Fire Energy definitely hurt us, and not being able to chain Wills hurt us even more. But in the very end, I think we were able to come out on top. So let's see if we have it or not. There's a Fisherman. So let's play. We can Oricorio first. It doesn't hurt to Oricorio first. We're gonna use the ability anyways. And we draw into some more cards. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 cards. 8 in the discard pile. I don't know if we have it or not. So let's draw out the remainder of the deck, I suppose. We can Roast Reveal, get rid of another Fire Energy, draw some more cards. Okay, so I think we have it, potentially. So we have 1 Roast Reveal left. No, we have 2 Roast Reveal left. Okay, so we can shuffle back in some energy and Psyducks using Ordinary Rod and get some value out of that. I do like the idea of that. They say hello, hello back to them for sure. And can Ordinary, no, I don't even think it's worth it to Ordinary Rod. They're mad for some reason. I don't think it's worth it to draw our last card. So here I'm going to Fire Crystal, put back energy into our hand. Fire Crystal again, put back even more energy into our hand, and I have a feeling we've got the game here. I'm not gonna count out all of these cards. I think that's too much for me to do right now. So here I'm gonna Fire Crystal again, put back even more Fire Energy into my hand, bench the Unown Hand, Scoop Up Net Salazzle, promote the Unown. We don't have it yet. Scoop Up Net Salazzle. Do we have it yet? Not yet. Scoop Up Net Salazzle. Do we have it? No, we don't have we don't have game yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30. We are 1 card short. That's super unfortunate. I don't know if there's any way we can try to Ordinary Rod, potentially put back in some Pokemon, I guess. we can Ordinary Rod. Now we're at 33. If we, I think we're just a little bit short here. If we Heat Factory, draw 3 cards. Oh, and we do have the game here using hand. Thank goodness we had that Ordinary Rod in hand. And that's going to do it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed some gameplay with the hand deck. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. We're almost at 50 subscribers. And please remember to have a good day, stay safe, and yeah, peace out.